So I tried to go into Gary's Stickum room, which I don't do often, but I kind of been thinking I was interested in doing something like that. Um, you know, Discussion group. I think I need to do one here in the real world with over coffee. But Stickum has problems, so okay, I'm willing to put up with the fact that Stickum conversations wander. They're open ended. They go through lots of whatever. But the real problem is just, I've had conversations with Gary that didn't get all screaming. But the only way for that to happen is that you have to step carefully. Now, I know how to do that for various reasons. I can avoid, like, somebody came along and was questioning the impact of some kind of suffering, and Gary just goes all, "You fucked hard" on him. And what about tuberculosis? Um, it's sort of a straightforward thing. It's like, so we got into the virtual reality thing. I couldn't stay very long, but I was there listening and talking about the virtual reality a little bit. I started to get mad, and I didn't feel like an argument of that sort. With the fucktard asshole bullshit nonsense. But but the thing is, I mean, Gary says art is crap. He likes to do it, mind you. So this is the thing with Gary. He's a perfect example of what I said, where you have a behavioral. I'm talking to you too, Gary, but it's about you. You have a behavioral philosophy that I can deduce from your behavior. To explain how you behave, boom, one philosophy. Then there's another philosophy. You tell us. Okay. You paint, but you say you don't value art, but you spend your time, which is the only actual currency you have in your life, your time, very limited, finite, fixed budget of time, and you spend it painting, and you call it bullshit. And you know full well lots of art is just kind of crap. It was more fun to make than it was to look at. Crap in that sense. But I don't think that's crap, actually. Let me clarify. I think that's good. That's why I do all kinds of my art, mostly not for how it looks, except to me and to make it. I want to make it look good, but it is. So there is a completing of the circle, but I just don't want to call it crap if it's not good. But when an artist is great and completes the circle, and it's as big a joy to watch or to look at, then that's great. But you say that's all crap, and yet you want to live in virtual reality, which is nothing but like a painting, right? Made out of. But it can be really vivid colors, man. And how will that make it not bullshit? Ultimately, ultimately it's bullshit. If you're going to live in a painting, I mean, a painting is something you're supposed to go and expose yourself, and it becomes a part of your life. You go live inside the creation, you're living in a world of bullshit. You always are talking about the substance of something. If somebody really has the substance, and then all the other stuff you think is just you're very confused about this. I'm willing to try to find that grain of truth. Let's talk. Like I think it'd be a good project. Order the suffering. What are the big causes of suffering that can be solved versus the ones that are just personal suffering, like sad because you broke up with your girlfriend. That kind of suffering. Categorize all that. But you can't even engage with your version of the idea, because it's like, you yell at this guy, oh, what about getting, some disease? Well, if we just give that guy morphine so he doesn't suffer and he dies, you'll say, what? It's good, he's out of his misery. No, you wouldn't say that. You'd come up with some double speak to have some other idea. The thing is, your ideas are so close to being systematizable that it's just funny to me the way you arrange them, and it is exhausting. The Because I know how to step carefully, and I like to do that, because in a philosophical argument you have to do that. You have to remember, okay, wait, in this philosophical system, there's no saying X, Y, Z. In this philosophical system, you can't assume people are good and bad. In this philosophical system, you have to assume people are intrinsically good or bad to begin with. And then when you're walking through their little arguments, you have to remember these things. That's what the arguments mean. So I can do that. And it actually also goes over to, okay, here's the pet peeve. You don't tell Gary that it's not a material suffering. You know, it's not worth it. The basic bullshit is that the guy says art's bullshit, but he wants us to live 24/7 in a piece of art. He says we wouldn't even know it was a piece of art. We'd be fooled into think it was real. By whom? Other people. Oh no, computers programmed by other people. Hello, I'm one of those other people. And if that's what you want, I'll try to be as benevolent as possible.